The brand new headset must be working wonders because I didn't hear any complaints with the release of the Von Neumann stuff. Although, to be fair, the Von Neumann stuff rarely gets hits like this type of fic. And we know what we're doing today. We're back to Spires and Magic, Rise of Spider-Man, Darkest Before the Dawn, yada yada yada. And it's October too. We all know what I like doing during October. Don't worry, Friday I'm still doing some Halloween-centric stuff, but... Alright, let's see what we got. I'll tell you what, Vic. If I'm not liking where this is going within the first sentence, then maybe I'll read your little Darkest Before the Dawn arc. But it looks like I'm about to sit through another... How many parts is this? 4-part extended padding sequence, then I swear I am going to skip you so hard. 23 days until the portal closes. No one cares! The characters don't care! Why should I care? 72 hours remain. Until what? Although, knowing this fic, it's going to be a long 72 hours. The morning rays of the sun pierce through the small openings of the window drapes, slowly but yet surely filling the bedroom with light. Done! First sentence! I can already tell by the first sentence of this chapter that there is going to be no point in sitting through this, because I have a feeling that there is going to be nothing plot-centric. So, you know what? I want to do all of you a favor. I am going to just summarize, and if I see something plot relevant, then I'll read it to you. Right now, all we got is that Twilight is sleeping sadly in Pierce's arms, drinking in his sweet, sweet scent, because as we all know, Pierce smells like a man. But does he smell like the man that your man should smell like? And Twilight complains that Pierce is going to get himself into trouble and acts like she is a clingy girl. Meanwhile, Lyra and Octavia have their scene talking to everybody, and everybody's having this nice little, lovely little conversation about the pain that they feel. Oh, sure. You guys have to complain about the pain that you felt thanks to your magical connection to God. I mean Peter. No, I mean God. I have to sit through, but what about my pain? Has anyone thought about my needs? Anybody? And everybody's busy talking about what's going on to recap everything that is happening. And of course, everybody's worried. And if they are so worried, the question becomes, why doesn't anybody actually go in and do something? And Applejack wonders if Luna will really betray Spider-Man. Yes, she will. I hope not, Applejack. I'm trying to contemplate what could possibly prompt my sister to do such a thing. Luna loves Peter. She would never admit to it. But I know my little sister better than she knows herself. This is really the first time she has found common ground with some pony. Really? Really? Why do some of these fics want to jump to the conclusion that Luna spent over a millennia and never found a stallion or somebody to enjoy her company with? They're just immediately going, yeah, Luna's always been a lonely little goth girl. Is there any particular reason why they want to pull this trick? I was so happy to see my sister smile and talk about a stallion. Why just a stallion? Would you have been happy if she found a mare? If not, you and I have some words to talk, Celestia. Fate is cruel. I honestly didn't expect Twilight to act on her feelings. You did not expect to... You know, I try not to go into the usual tropes about Celestia as a ruler, but in this case, you're an idiot! Nor my sister. I can tell Luna has her grudge against herself and Twilight now, but... Anger! Real anger! Now all we could do is wait. What? At that point, he sees a little strand linking up to that giant web or whatever. That's odd. Wonder what this means. By the stars, Twilight is... The image is clear. It means she is just conceived. Combination of magic can only mean one thing. What is wrong? Nothing is wrong. I'm just shocked. Created as a dove, one life is now headed in the other. Twilight Sparkle will soon be a mother. Wow! Not wasting much time, are ya? Just gotta crank out those little bastards as fast as possible, now can't we? Yep, Twilight Sparkle is pregnant, and I hate to see the ramifications of this. Not that interdimensional banking will actually be looked upon. Oh, no. Wait, Twilight's pregnant? It seems so. But it looks like Twilight just now conceived. Took them long enough. Conceive? What does that mean? Wait a God, it's God, stupid! Did Twilight deliberately have intercourse during her cycle? That's careless! I'll say, both human and Actually, that's also careless of Peter! I don't know who was being more careless, Twilight Sparkle or Peter Parker. Either way, this feels highly out of character for them both. You mean Peter never once thought about, oh, I don't know, telling Twilight what a condom is? I mean, it's not that I don't mind having kids before war or kids out of wedlock. Heaven knows I did, but... in writing, that is. But it just feels like Peter Parker would start maybe being a little more responsible than that. And maybe warn Twilight of the ramifications or got a little nervous. But as it stands, it just feels like Peter just completely forgot it. And meanwhile, we cut to the next scene where Peter is busy with eating pancakes with the slut. I mean Twilight. No, I meant slut. And, of course, Aunt May. Why do you proceed to invite Aunt May to go over to Equestria? As much as I would love to see Aunt May have a conversation with Granny Smith, I still have to ask the obvious questions of why, and don't you think Aunt May has a life here too, Pete? But I'm going to put that all aside as they proceed to also talk about how Spider-Man is in fact in love with a horse. And Aunt May is okay with this. Oh, I'm perfectly fine with my young little Peter being a freaking horse fucker. I've heard worse. I've also seen your father do worse. Oh, those days. They are not pleasant for anyone. Then later on, see Twilight, Logan, and Peter. Why is Logan there? Why is Wolverine just there? Have a meeting with Celestia where they proceed to discuss the item that they picked up, the Equestrian Saber. Again, is it just me, audience? Is it just me, or does the idea of a Peter Parker not in a medieval setting? Let me clarify this. If this was an alternate universe where Spider-Man was a knight, or if this was an alternate universe where Peter Parker was in fact in King Arthur times, I would be fine with this, but it is not. Is it just me? Or is the idea of a normal, non-medieval Spider-Man wielding a freaking sword kind of hard to swallow? Twilight ran her finger over a cold steel. The Equestrian Saber is a legendary item on our world, believed to be the only weapon that can rival Ignis Solaris. Well, if we were to bring in immortal game weaponry. Logan arched a brow. What the heck's that? Peter shuddered. It's a glaive made out of fire. The thing that gave me third-degree burns. True story. So, that sword can go up against Princess Celestia's weapon? Pretty cool. At least I don't have to worry about punching fire again. You will. Because your next opponent is Pyro. Hi now, Mike. I heard you have a thing for fire! Luna inhaled sharply, unaware her cheeks were burning a shade of crimson once her... She prayed to the stars for strength. So the blade is made of griffin steel, bonded with crystals of the ancient empire, giving it unmatched magical power and an unbreakable edge. It reacts to the willpower and signature of its wielder. She altered her gaze between the saber and disappearing wounds on Piers Parker. You must not judge the sword by its colored appearance. If Peter had the ability to access his equestrian magic, he could bear witness to the saber's true form. It glows like a beam of light and possesses several abilities. Pier's face beamed, eyes sparkling. Whoa, sounds like a lightsaber. Cool, I'm gonna be a Jedi soon! Yes, Peter. Because the lightsaber possesses magical abilities. You're an idiot! Okay, class, let's play a game. What's the first thing you think of Spider-Man? You there in the audience. Let's see, slings on webs, and swings through buildings, and jumps from rooftops. Very good. Does anybody think of swords? No! Good. Then why on earth are we having one? I want to backslap this fix so hard. As a matter of fact, how fast can you get Parker back on his feet? I haven't heard from Fury or Cutscene since he left for that mission since they... Oh, sorry, that's Logan. I'm sorry. Nobody's talking in character anymore. I just completely forgot who's talking who. We might be in bad news. Spike tilts his head. Do you think Osborn may have them? Well, let's see. If we're going by where we are in Marvel Ultimate Alliance, we're probably at the Shi'ar. Either that or Asgard. Worst case scenario, I say yeah. We're already short-handed. I can't get a hold of anyone. Fury, the Avengers, X-Men, we're in trouble. We need to check things out soon. To do that, we'll need everyone. Little was slow to respond. My friend's recovery should be complete within 2 days. Sunset Simmer will have returned then as well. We need her guidance if we plan to infiltrate Oscorp. Please tell me that Osborn wasn't so stupid as to plant the giant building right there. If we're really going to trust her, what's stopping her from backstabbing us? Oh, no. Wolvie, you don't have to worry about Sunset. The one you have to worry about is me! Me's backstabbing you! I know what you mean, but everyone deserves a second chance, right? Besides, you just said we're losing heroes. We have to take a chance. That starts with a leap of faith. A true optimist. No, realist. And so it begins. Everybody talks, everybody argues. Oh, and Felicia's there having part of the conference too. What? You think I was just skipping her on purpose? No, it's just that I think Felicia had about as a big of a part in this to play as a character in any given Mike and Beck. And then we start spending the rest of our time dealing with love triangle bullcrap. Because heaven knows, that's what I came to read Spider-Man for. Yep, love triangle bullcrap. Just call me Joe Quesada because that's what I live for. Yep, I have no other reason to enjoy Spider-Man other than freaking love triangles. Hooray! Simply brilliant. Sunset Simmer proceeds to talk about how they're going to infiltrate Oscorp, mainly because of some plot-relevant bullcrap about, I don't know, I stopped caring about this story about, right around when we got to Earth. And they break in and proceed to be able to use Sinister Six, Electro, Kraven, Shocker, Vulture, and Rhino, everybody being transformed, and then suddenly, I think it's about time I made my appearance. Trixie, did you hear that? Trixie wouldn't know. She just got this ominous feeling. Oh, come on! You don't think everybody knew I was in this story? No. Who's talking? Give you a hint. It's one of your favorite superhero movies to watch when you're feeling down. Batman? No, the other one. Superman 78? No. Fake Marvel. Avengers? Nope. But you're getting warmer. X-Men? Try more costumes. Try less costumes. Oh god, no. Yep. Oh, no, 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 no. You stay out of this fic! Yeah, right! Suddenly, someone jumped from behind Ryder's massive shoulders. Hey, make it cooler! I'm trying my best. Hey, it's not like anybody knows the differences in your voices anyway. Oh, you shut up! Lenny constantly with a katana in one hand and pistol in the other. Yeah, it's about time I made my cameo appearance. Dustin Place instead. What do you think? You understand I can be a part of the story. Even give me my own team. I like to call us Deadpool and his inferior friends. Spider-Man, bringing out my own opinions. Oh God, it's you. Deadpool straightened his mask and used the hilt of his sword to mend out a wedgie in his crimson attire. Wait, I'm not supposed to tell you that. How did it go again? Ah, that's right. I was probably couldn't control my mind or whatever. Total rat nest up there. I should know. I built it. Anyway, Gabby's paying me to keep you two what's out of his place. Deadpool took to the air, forming a split before dancing in place. Come on! If I do a good job, I'll have a spot in the sequel story. That'd be awesome. I freaking love Friendship is Magic. Pinkie Pie's best pony, by the way. We could be BFFs. And besides, this totally makes up for my for lack of any of appearance in Legend Dorks' newest fic. Oh, come on, Daddy. You can't tell me you're still pissed off about... I don't show up at all in End of Hatred, Beginning of Hope. You know all your readers are expecting me! You know everybody's wondering if I'm going to show up! You're not showing up and that's final! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Oh, gods! You people see why I'm not putting him in? Who is this guy? Probably the greatest thing about this fic. How does he know Pinkie? Wolverine growled. That's Deadpool. He's off his rocker, but he's one hell of an assassin. Don't get too close to him. Deadpool plays katana at Wolverine. Short and short at the other are really bad combinations, Stabby. Spider-Man clenches his fist. I'll handle Deadpool. You guys take care of the others. 9. Deadpool spun before retrieving a second katana. I'm gonna rough you up like a Broadway musical. Fine! It's time for a little cliffhanger, suckers! And, you know, in spite of everything else, I've got to admit, seeing Deadpool here kind of makes up for it. I mean, yeah, everybody else is having a fight with their respective opponents. Luna's facing off against Electro. Spike is facing off against Rhino. Kratos is facing off against Wolverine. But who cares? Everybody's mind controlled, so it really isn't them, and they're all facing off against Thanks to the Powers, and yada yada yada. And they're busy trying to face off against their opponents, but who cares? I want more Deadpool! Hello! I'm the ghost that kisses kick your ass! Deadpool cheered, throwing a series of slashes before shoving into an assault thrust with his swords. But Spider-Man's flexibility and spider sense allowed him to duck underneath each attack and twist away from each impalement. Deadpool flipped into the air, tossing a grenade at the Vigilante's feet. Pineapple surprise! Spider-Man shot a strand of levy across the room and slingshot himself to the wall before the device detonated and engulfed the immediate area and fired shrapnel. Deadpool retrieved his handguns and fired maniacally, sending a barrage of bullets at Spider-Man's trail. Bang! 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 Just because you shout doesn't mean it'll work! Spider-Man yelled, hopping over the first wave of bullets. He slid underneath the second, managing to throw his way to the air from his prone position before the third could connect. Such grenade to your attacks! Be more creative! Bang doesn't exactly grab people's attention. Spider-Man saw several levying into guns, seizing their fire. Forget what I said. In your text, it's the latest thing you could do. I tried telling Ryu and Chun-Li in that, but they didn't listen to me. So we're saying that this, in fact, does happen in the same timeline as Street Fighter vs. Marvel. Okay, I'm done. I'm click! You ain't going anywhere. We finally got to a part you like. You're gonna sit down and finish this chapter! Yes, sir, Mr. Wayne, sir. Trixie, get the money. Deadpool giggled, immediately screaming out as Spider-Man's fist connected his jaw. He staggered back, rubbing some sticky sensations in his face. Ouchie! Big ball under it! Deadpool paused, shaking his head. Yeah, you're right. Naming everything does sound stupid. Blade slapped the yellow button on his belt while Spider-Man was a few feet away, delivering another strike. BAM! Finally, a flash of light. Appearing behind Peter with sword drawn. It's getting time! That's even less creative. You're better off screaming Hadouken for the whole chapter. Does he mean Ryukin? Spider-Man skips back, narrowly avoiding Deadpool's attack with each step. Man, you're crazy to the soup salads. I think you need to take a little nap. Peter reached out, catching Deadpool's wrist in his hands. Before the mark could react, Spider-Man snatched the sword to his grip and slides it on the ground before twisting the handles, breaking the blades. I know you're a mercenary and all, but do you know Osborn can't be trusted, right? He'll just betray you like he did Sunset Simmer. Deadpool advanced a second time once Spider-Man leapt over a diamond kick. Oh, you mean the main villain for requesting your girls? By the way, hated it. Didn't have enough pinky. Sunset Simmer was just a copy right anyway. A high school alpha chick. How original. I'll still take her over Flash Sentry any day. Or was it Brad? It doesn't matter. That's only because she has boobs. Very true. Wade appeared with a machine gun in hand, forcing Spider-Man to dodge his fire. Anyway, she's due for a heel face turn. But enough about that. I see you're dating little girls having dream pony. Wish I could too. Civilians all the rage nowadays. What the hey? I can't freaking believe this! Your headset cut me off right in the middle of my line? What type of cheap ass headset did you get anyway? I didn't get it. My brother got it for me as a gift. Well, apparently you need to send it for a free fund. Hey, do you think he's even listening to us? Hello? Just get back to your lines! I would totally do Pinky. No, wait, you're a pony. So that's perfectly okay. A staring weapon came into contact with the gun, expanding on impact. Deadpool discarded the gun, reached to his pocket, tossed every grain of persistence and entered Spider-Man. Anyway, I totally support Parker Sparkle. Okay, Arthur, that's just bad. Can't you find a different way to spell it without messing me up? And this something you don't make a deal with Mephisto, like the 616 version of you did, trading your relationship for. Wait! That's supposed to bring that up either! Spider-Man closed the gap, elbowing Wade once he was in range. Okay, keep him rambling like crazy. Just what in the name of Owen's beer are you talking about? Peter slithered a swift backhand and followed with a spin kick, sending Deadpool spinning across the floor. Besides, what idiot would make the deal with the devil? Not me, that's for sure. Well, Cassandra thought he would. Speaking of which, does this mean I can ask Mary Jane out? I love me some redheads. Sure, why not? Twilight is the Mary Jane of this Spidey's life. That means the real Mary Jane is single. Sweet! Oh, he's only dating a supermodel. Deadpool hopped back to his feet, pressing the button of the small device in his hand. Hey, Spidey! It's a blast seeing you again! Spider-Man grated to a halt, growling at the blurring alarm going off his head. Explosively eloquent. Really? We're singing that mode? A series of beats echoed throughout the room. The small red flashes of light were spied, scattered across the room. You're putting me on the spot. How's this? It really burns me up when you do stuff like this. Peter managed to pour it out before the explosion spread out, engulfing several areas of flames, while sun destroying numerous support structures. Spider-Man hopped from the wall into the fire, slid to the manhole Deadpool escaped to, tossing the mercenary out before pulsing from explosions. You suck, Deadpool! Deadpool chuckled, aiming his guns once he rolled into the kneeling position. Oh, come on, baby! You know you missed my explosive personality! God, this is painful. We just make Arnold Schwarzenegger proud. Spider-Man landed on the side wall, sprinting as Deadpool received fire. Stop stealing my jokes! That plays are my thing! Just be crazy sporadic as possible. He's right. You're stepping out of your element. Just talk to us and the readers. You'll make a lot more sense then. My cameo's not going to last much longer. Let's step it up! Deadpool shrieked, oblivious to the surrounding spreading flames. Spider-Man stumbled, hopping to the ceiling once his sixth sense triggered. Explosive detonated, its shockwave sending him flying to the ground. The tremors of the room knocked Deadpool to the floor as well. Before long, the entire room shook, the floor giving way until it crumbled into chunks of marble. Deadpool's masked eyes widened as his face steadied the floor. Maybe I didn't think this through. Spider-Man stood, only to fall to the floor as it collapsed. You think? I must admit, this is one of the dumbest things you've done. Healing factor or not. It seemed like a good idea at the time. The entire foundation of the room collapsed. Spider-Man and Deadpool fell, clinging to whatever objects they could find. Gravity proved too much of a match, evident by the massive array of falling chunks of stone and fire. Spider-Man landed on his feet, bouncing from a piece of stone to an airborne desk before flipping to the ground safely. Deadpool landed near his position. only for several large pieces of stone to crush his body underneath flaming rubble. Peter grins, feeling a small burning sensation eating his back. He removed his armor, specifically helmet and chest plate, and the young man groaned at the source of the problem. Pieces of burning shrapnel were embedded in the back of the chest plate, no doubt coming from the last explosion. Spider-Man removed the last of his armor until he was garbed only his classic red and blue attire. Thank God I hate spider armor! And I hate Iron Spider. I'm glad I skipped that part. Yeah, I'm wondering how much of the audience is really paying attention anymore right now. I know, Deadpool. I'm trying to figure out if anybody's actually caring anymore, or they really just want me to get to Fallout Equestria Brotherhood, or that Flutterdash fic, or Last of the Dragon Lords. Yeah, I wonder if anybody cares. Hello? Or maybe they just want to put down in the comments how cool I am. You're not cool, Deadpool. I beg to differ. Well, there goes the prototype. I had to make some adjustments to the original design when I get back home. Spider peered drone, tossing the armor over his shoulder. Deadpool hopped, doing a split in midair before landing. Suddenly, the mercenary moonwalked to the other side of the room. The Spider-Man watched the sight with mask furrowed, not flinching as a piece of ceiling floor fell near his position. Gee, Deadpool, you know how to bring down the house. Deadpool shrugged, placing his hands in his pockets and continued to moonwalk. That's what makes my cameos the best! I'm curious. I should ask Spider-Man if ponies have boobies. With a hair like his, he'll be swimming in jugs. Yes, cross boobs, which are just as beautiful and lovely as lovely normal boobs. I should know. Because sometimes when Applejack is walking along the street or working out, sometimes her tail lifts and I can see... Oh, no. If I can't describe my love of Pinkies, you can't describe your love of Applejacks. Okay, Deadpool, how about this? You and I, we both go over to the Discord and look up some lovely lady cross boobs together. How about it? After this? With pleasure! Hello, did Deadpool and Legendbringer become best friends? You've been thinking about this for a while. So what have I had? Keep your T-rated, Wade. By the way, ponies have teats. You know, cross boobs. Kinky. Does ask Peter. He's plugged Twilight enough to make a kid at this point. Oh, Spidey! Hope you have a healthy baby! Deadpool teared, clapping his hands together happily. Huh? Spider-Man tilted his head to the side. You'll find out in a few chapters. Anywho, back to business. Of course you realize, this is war! Deadpool barked, pressing the button on his belt. An electrical short escaped from the device, causing it to explode. Cushions! Foiled again! He managed to cough out, as his body was sent hurtling to the air. Deadpool spiraled to the ground. Spider-Man, nothing held back, dove his fist at the underside of Jay's jaw. The mercenary's head slanted on a piece of stone. Deadpool collapsed, falling to the ground. I still get paid though, right? Spider-Man shook his head, staring down at the unconscious Merc. Sorry, Wilson. We won't be seeing each other ever again. Peter turned, stopping his tracks once he peeked up and found the others with their sights centered on him. Spider-Man, who alternated his gaze between Deadpool and his team, specifically Twilight, who caught a glare in his direction. Whoa! He did it! And I'm thinking right about now the best part is done. Finally, something you and I agree on. Right. Let's skip the rest of this chapter and go get a couple of Dr. Peppers. Well, beer for me, Dr. Pepper for you. Right. Tricks, mind seeing us out? Wait, what? So they proceed to desert crawl for a bit. Sunset Simmer has some sort of character moment with Celestia that really probably won't amount to anything, since Sunset Simmer probably doesn't matter much in the long run. And then they meet up with Eddie Brock, and apparently they took away his symbiote, and if Trixie knew anything more about Spider-Man, I suppose she should get mad, but Trixie doesn't, so there you are. The symbiote bonds with Luna, and Trixie suddenly hears a whole bunch of screaming, and Luna tries to scream out, We are Venom! And no, she isn't. And then Luna charges and proceeds to grab Spider-Man, and then that's when Luna proceeds to betray them all. Don't worry, Trixie will tell Legendbringer all about this next time, and he'll give you out the full reasons why this is stupid. Hey, Trixie would like to have some soda too, Mr. Barbell. Oh, sure, why not? As a matter of fact, let's all go!